everybody, and welcome to another episode of Furry 5 Minutes, where many of us have decided to change avatars for this week, because why the heck not? And of course we're also being joined by Captain Juice, the guy who makes a lot of models for VRCHAT, and is a bat with boobs.
Hello. I have way too much free time. Please kill me.
Yes, and we also have a walking tin can with Bud.
Indeed. Oh, and I'm not alone. I'm also accompanied by Steve here.
Yes, Matt.
Steve, you're the best.
Matt is being Molly from Deep Rock Collective, but just a more lewder version, and using a voice mod because he wanted to. He was very
He
important.
found that model, and I set it up for VRCHAT for him. He can thank me for this monstrosity.
Thank this person for finding this model.
Damn you, TJera. Damn you, Matt. Damn you, Juice. Anyway.
Right, so now it's just the big question of who wants to go first.
Got it.
I'm just sleeping for this.
Well, fine, I'll go first then.
I was about to suggest me, but I haven't refined my topic yet.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure I talked about this last week, but I want to talk more about Sea of Thieves because I've been playing it more and watching a lot of other YouTubers and things, and let's just say there are a lot of things I didn't know about that game that make me go, was that intentional, or did Rare screw up? Or as I like to call them, rar. Furries ruin everything.
Rar XD.
I want to get a previous wild ride.
Yeah, but there is a thing in Sea of Thieves, or a technique in Sea of Thieves, which is known as tucking. Basically, what you do is that you play a specific emote, and your character basically just tucks themselves up, which is obviously where the name comes from, and you can use it to hide on people's ships. But here's the thing.
Oh, I've seen that plenty of times.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Was that intentional, or did Rare mess up and allow people to start doing stuff that was not quite what they wanted to do? Because I personally think it's the latter. I personally think that they didn't intend for that to happen, and they honestly need to do something to fix it. Like, make it so that people's gamer tags show up. But then again, there's a problem with that you can turn off gamer tags, and then you're absolutely completely bloody clueless of somebody being there. So I honestly don't know how they would be able to fix that. One thing I am glad that they haven't fixed, which is a technique known as sword surfing, where you basically do a charged up attack, and the momentum of the sword pushing you forwards actually makes you travel through water very, very quickly. So you can actually get to dry land. And it's honestly, in that situation, I think Rare probably did look at it and go, yeah, you know what, that wasn't intentional, but we'll leave that in. I mean, it's not really harming anybody or giving anybody kind of unfair advantages, but... So, sort of carrying on from the subject, does anybody know any other games where the developers put something in and it unintentionally had, like, another usage that they weren't aware of?
I cannot think one off the top of my head.
I know it
I am
was
thinking of something in similar regard. Oh. Gonna go?
After you.
Alright. I remember back in the back when Portal came out and they had the commentaries for it. They talked about how people used unorthodox ways to solve the puzzles, and they thought, should we get rid of them? It's like, no, let's keep them in. But that's an intentional thing. That's not like people using hiding on enemy ships like said.
Yeah.
Some stuff like that.
Era, you were going to say something?
go first.
Not really. I just try to say I know if she. I probably know if she faint, but I cannot remember right now.
He just wants to get the head pats at the moment.
I mean, look at Kitty.
Nah.
Have apples.
I want to sleep.
Oh. Legally.
You can go back to sleep when the podcast is over. We will allow the demon to return to his resting state for the next 1,000 years until he is summoned again.
Speaking of sleep, did that AFK thing for the audience.
Huh?
What your avatar does when you alt tab or go AFK.
You're not doing anything.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I'm not doing it right now. Because you still have to talk to.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. I thought Matt was trying to go AFK, not Error going AFK. You. Tiny fluff goat thing. Anything to add?
30 seconds.
Not really, though it's quite common
Yes, again.
for a feature to be unintentional and then readapted for the game design.
Oh, I just got one offering the Zenistar with the Dominion skin. The sword becoming unbelievably large. Everyone loved it, including the developers. They kept it in.
That's more of a visual glitch rather than a something that people actually use as a legitimate tactic to like gain the advantage on other players, though.
Specifics. You asked me for something that was not intentional and then became a feature. That was one.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The
Well,
only thing I can
I can think
remember, it's not really if something like that is that one in Skyrim with the giant hit you. You just
So
fly
launches
up
you
in the
into
sky.
space.
Yeah, the one where it
it's
nukes you
not
into
the
space.
it's not really
It's not
the same.
People love.
Yeah.
I know.
It's funny how the giant swings down and you fly up though.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, now that I've been, who's next? Because that really didn't feel like 5 minutes. I don't know how I managed that for 5 minutes.
I suppose I could
Because,
try, but I haven't really thought out my topic.
It's all right. I'm sure we could elaborate on it. So, push the button.
5, 4, 3,
Wish me luck, Steve.
1. Begin.
I've been struggling with a topic since I woke up, since I had to have a nap, but considering the avatar I'm in right now, why not talk about Deep Rock Galactic? I've heard that there's been some class updates coming up. What are you guys hoping for?
Really? I didn't hear anything about class updates.
I thought I heard from one of you guys.
No. There are no, as far as I'm aware, why...
Melee weapon updates. Potential weapon updates.
I don't know. I've not heard anything.
I don't even have the game. So I can't say anything.
Cool.
You guys
Well,
will
if that is
to
true, if that is true, what are you guys hoping for? For example, are you hoping for possibly and not most likely a new dwarf? Or what new weapons for each class are you hoping for?
Well, maybe some sort of like new drill for the driller that's maybe mechanically the same, but it like does it with lasers or something.
Or maybe it's more on the offensive side than the utility side?
Maybe. I mean, there is an upgrade you can take on the main drill where if you attack enemies with it, it actually
Blood
cools it.
cooling.
Yeah, that one.
Blood cooling, yes. But I meant again
wanna-
as in way more designed for offensive more than yes, go on.
Add like a customizable drop pod, so you could like change the color of it or something.
That would be interesting.
I mean, it would only probably work like either client side or in like single player, or there could be like a system where 4 players have 4 different drop pods, and it's run each time you join up in multiplayer. One of the 4 is randomly selecting. You could be like, "Hey, that's mine. That's mine." And then the next time when you come back up from doing a mission or whatever, a different one pops up. Because then it could rotate. You could have like a rotation on it. Then it would look like there's different models, different types of drop pods instead of just a basic one. It could make it seem more. There's more immersion for it.
Make it feel a bit more personal. I get that.
I wish they would add customizations for things like the
games are about cosmetics.
error.
Adorable demon bird wishes to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, me. Oh, him?
Yes.
Just come up with an idea. I think that could maybe be interesting. A unique custom mission where you could just go down, just literally do whatever you want to without have to do specific stuff like hunt for eggs or get whatever.
So basically,
Just
a sandbox
just get
mission.
dropped down there. Yeah. When it does get told, okay, here you go. You drop down here. As soon as you're done, get back to this area and we will get you back up. Have fun, more or less.
I just had a thought that I really wish they would allowed customizations for things like the platform gun or the zip line. Basically, their tools have no customization options. It's all for the weapons. Because considering the number of times I have that, because given the number of times I have the platform gun out, I'm just sitting there thinking, I would really love for this to have some sort of customization to it, like change its color or add something to it.
Until then, you've got a Cheeto platform gun.
Yeah, I've got the Cheeto platform gun.
Now, in terms of possible weapons to be added, I'm still hoping that a melee-focused weapon, a charged melee weapon, like a hammer, would be added to the gunner. And again, charged based. We had that with the gravity hammer for Halo, and the hammers that were used in the Mass Effect melee multiplayer series, where they had charges. So that's what I'm definitely hoping for. Something to up the melee class.
Okay, enough.
What is it with you and swinging stuff?
You know me, I love my melees. Why do you think that a large majority of my my VR games? Why are you doing this?
I'm hitting Frozen in the face with my tails.
Stop.
Just got an idea.
A large majority of my VR games are melee focused, which is why I have this much room. So of course I'll be always up for melee. Why do you think I love Warframe so much?
That's
Okay, I
got
don't want to
an
punch
idea. Maybe to put a unique mode in where you can see who grab the most stuff in the mission will get extra rewards, like extra money or something like that.
Yeah, I think that might end up making it
think-
too competitive rather than cooperative, so...
Speaking of competitive,
I know, but
I still hope that there's an opposite team where there are kobolds. Dwarves versus kobolds.
No, goblins.
Well, they will
It's
maybe
gotta be
have
goblins.
if someone else also come up with it. I tried a few times, but get denied every time. Because I'm the only one. Join us Discord server, guys, and help out.
5, 4,
Who pushed the button?
My turn.
Oh.
2,
I did.
Oh, I was about to ask who's next, but... Okay then.
Yeah, jumping ahead. Oh, for fuck's sake! Stupid button. Did we talk about VRCHAT services last week? I can't remember.
No.
No.
I don't think so. Are we gonna be doing a topic about VRCHAT versus Chill Out VR?
Well, then you could go next after me because it'll probably be a continuation of what you're talking about. The services of VRCHAT are pretty shite at the moment. Like, they have been for a while, but now they're just getting unbearable.
And
VRCHAT's
shoving monetization in your face.
That's a leggy, barely functional mess of a game that I keep coming back to.
Yeah, exactly. We all keep coming back to it. I seriously need to get to a point where I convert everything to chill out VR, including this map. So,
I've way too much invested in VRCHAT to back out now. That's just
I
you
know.
know.
I remember what that will mean. You get to brush people's hair and touch boobies.
Yee, you can touch boobs, but only if you want people to. You can turn that off.
The
So
Holy Jill will both of you.
never mind the stability improvements, the lack of lag, and some extra features. You just want to touch boobs. Okay.
Yep.
Now you get it.
And the fact that you never sit in a loading screen while the other world loads, it loads independently and pops you in when it's done.
Yeah, I like that.
So
How you can
have
just
icons by default.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, VRCHAT wants you to pay for that privilege.
I mean, you don't have icons at the moment because you can't upload them until they decide to unlock that feature because they're still in
They were being
beta or
DDoSed.
whatever.
Yeah,
They were being DDoSed.
I don't know what it is, but all the VR chat or VR-based chatting software at the moment seems to keep getting DDoSed. I don't know why.
Well, VRChat in
It's just
particular
so
just
much
gets
time.
DDoSed. VRChat just gets DDoSed every Friday at the moment at like 1 or 2 in the morning precisely. Don't know why. I think it's because
Just
they
recently,
use
Furry
Cloudflare.
got DDoSed.
Fur Affinity
I think it's a
always gets
Cloudflare
DDoSed.
issue. Like
No,
FA always gets DDoS. Like that's just regular.
I mean, it got. I mean,
this
the Fur
is
Affinity. I mean, the Fur Affinity thing with getting DDoS. They got hit by such a big DDoS attack that it was almost like on military levels with how much information was being sent. And yes, tiny thing.
Error.
sound like none of you have read what's happened on the Discord for VRCHAT lately.
What happened?
Go ahead.
Go on.
I cannot remember the entire stuff. Is why I say that. Apparently, right now they did a really big server update or jump or what's the name now? I don't know what the name is. But you have to
Database update.
Yes. What's gone this Discord and read it, guys. That's literally right there. What this shit happened?
I'm not on their Discord server, so I can't read it. I know I can easily just go and I know I can easily go and join, but I don't want to be part of too many Discord servers.
If I remember correctly, I think it's like a database update. They're currently on like version 5, and they're trying to get it on version 6 or something to try and prevent some of these DDoS things happening. But usually there seems to be a DDoS every Friday, but last week there was one on Friday and Saturday.
Sounds
And
like
it's
somebody's got that
getting
thing
that
scheduled.
bad.
Which are we talking
It's
about
not-
again? Perfinity, VRCHAT, or Chill Out?
For, VRCHAT. And it was that bad
kinda thinks
last
that people-
week that it was that bad last week that half of my Twitter feed was screenshots of people cancelling their VRChat Plus subscription, which
5, 4,
don't know why you even had it in the first place at the moment.
Give them a kick in the ass.
Remember last week someone attacked Steam with these sauce.
Did they? I didn't notice.
Tail, fuck's sake.
I can't help that. Like I said, I really need a different
Too many
version of
people
this.
lose too
program.
much spare time.
Yeah.
Tiny pains thinking, haha, I DDoS the game. I'm smart. That's what it is. Just a bunch of dipshits too much spare time.
Why did you turn
How about
the...
this, Frozen? Would you prefer butt? Would you prefer butt in your
Don't
face?
make me hide your avatar.
There we go.
Anyway, you're about to say noob?
I can't remember what it was I was going to say now, so...
Brain farts.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was just saying it's people with too much spare time that think they're cool.
Yeah, but do remember last week there were because someone had new DDoS attack on Steam. That's why a lot of servers do not work properly.
I really didn't notice
So,
that.
Era. Me neither.
Well, but-
Era, do the AFK thing now that they're all looking at you. Do the thing again.
Do the thing. Me.
Please.
Okay.
That's what his avatar does when he goes AFK, look.
I'm not AFK.
He's Sleepy Bean.
But that's what it does when you go into AFK mode.
No, I'm not AFK.
Anyway.
Amazing.
So cute.
Anyway, who wants to go next?
Juice is, I believe, the last one.
No, because Era still
No.
needs to
I
go.
have no idea.
Choose me is. Well, I have no
I've
idea
got no
what
idea
I'm
what-
talking about.
I've got no idea what subjects I want anyone to talk about, unless it's about how great I am.
Maybe you could talk about original species like the one that you are. Era.
Unless we
Yeah,
do...
good idea. Let me, who are bad to name, talk about that.
Or, maybe, here's an idea. We could do a lightning round where we combine those two together and we just talk about any one random topic.
If you gotta do that, you gotta make an amazing of this.
Fine. Okay, starting the timer.
5,
Here comes the lightning round.
2, 1, begin.
Lightning's pretty cool.
God damn it! I am going to slap you.
Haha, I can't feel pain.
You should see a doctor about that.
You know that he know where you live in real life.
He knows. He probably knows where I live. The Frozen, though, he knows where I live. He still has my address.
I just realized this this avatar model has a poop tail. It looks like you're doing a small white poop. Poop tail.
Have we really descended to this?
Don't be so rude.
I did say it was a lightning round, so literally anything can happen.
And Juice,
You're
you're
a
one to
poop
talk
tail.
when considering that me and Era found this abomination and somehow made it work. And to my surprisement, a lot of people seem to actually like her.
Are you trying to
People really
point out
can
my
go
own
with a Tor robot over a furry any
Are
day.
you pointing my own Are you pointing out my own hypocrisy to me? How dare you?
Yeah, come here. Steve joins in.
Oh, okay. Hello, Steve.
I wonder why they went specifically with the name.
Steve to this.
Well, I wonder why they went with Steve, because, I mean, it could be... I think this was something we were discussing yesterday morning when I streamed Deep Rock Galactic. It was a case of, are they calling it Steve because of the Jacksepticeye song? Or are they calling it Steve because of Minecraft Steve? Or are they calling it Steve just simply because Steve is just like the most generic name you could come up with?
Generic name.
Probably the last one.
Generic.
Or maybe someone. Or maybe some streamer who streamed a long time ago come up with a name or something like that.
Maybe. I don't know when. I don't know how long that ability to actually tame Glyphids has been in the game. So
You know what that reminds
I don't
me? That, what was it, GTA 5? The one with the 3 characters? Is that 5? Or is that 6?
that's 5. There is no 6.
Five.
There's a scene where if you switch to Trevor, he is chasing after a scooter guy and calling him Scooter Brother. That's because of this one Let's Player that whenever he had a scooter and found another scooter, he always drove alongside him and called Scooter Brother. And they added that in as a thing to Trevor when you switch to him.
Yeah, that's similar with the
That's
Sea of
true.
Thieves. They add Easter eggs for like well-known streamers or members of the community. Like you will go around and you will find things referencing other players, and like when you spawn in, for example, there's a poster up in the tavern that actually lists somebody who was quite notorious for going around killing other players quite a lot. And it's just like eventually people started to realize that was the case when this poster was put up. A sort of a jab at him going, yeah, once everybody knew it was him, they knew to avoid him.
Like a little wanted poster.
Yeah, or it just says
Literally.
beware of this player. And I think there was also one player who like ate too many bananas at one point, or just kept eating bananas for no apparent reason. And there's a skeleton somewhere on one of the islands where there is a skeleton just literally filled with bananas. I've seen that on so much promotional material, but I don't actually know which island he is on. So yeah.
I remember a silly video. Someone's like, "If you eat 10,000 bananas and there's enough radiation in it to kill you," so I was like, "If you do that, it's not going to be the radiation that kills you."
Yeah, exactly. It'll be the bloody banana, or probably potassium poisoning.
I actually think
Or just being overstuffed and projectile
I
vomiting
actually think
everywhere.
you have to eat 10,000 bananas under 10 minutes. Or something like that. Or 5 minutes.
Yeah, in 10 minutes.
But who has the capacity to eat 10,000 bananas except in a video game with a speed hack?
10 seconds.
That would actually be Rare developers. I told you not to use that.
2, 1.
Naughty.
Okay, enough.
But yeah, Rare developers, put an achievement in for eating 10,000 bananas and call it Radiation Banana or Banana Radiation or something.
No! No! No!
Who the fuck's gonna collect 10,000 bananas just to get that achievement? Some people would. No,
Some people would.
I would probably do.
I mean,
Oh. Make it even better. You have to do it on one single game while logged on as well.
But considering the fact, I think the food barrels can only store like 4,800 fruits, so you would literally have to go through the barrel like twice, maybe nearly twice to do that, to eat 10,000 bananas.
Not only that, you have to get all the bananas.
Yeah, either that or you just do it, or either that you just use the custom servers, and if they add the option in just to spawn 10,000 bananas.
Mm.
It costs 400,000 health points to eat these bananas for 12 seconds.
Yep, indeed.
I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know where you were going with that either. But anyway, considering that we have now sort of combined those two together in a lightning round of discussion, I guess that's pretty much it. That's Furry 5 minutes. That is it. We are done. So yeah, thanks everybody. Yeah?
Are you sure Tish, you don't want to have one turn solo, or you two fine with that?
Ask Captain.
I'm asking you both.
I seriously don't have any idea what I want to talk about, unless you talk about hard video game achievements.
Or maybe you want to also talk about Warhammer? The Skaven? Yes.
Alright, that's it. Alright.
What's he doing? Oh, is he pulling out a Skaven model?
Yeah.
He's pulling...
Even better.
Now for
Oh.
I'm here to tell you about white greenskins are the best race in Warhammer. Orcs and goblins are the best. You want some?
Definitely. You asshole.
Chomping on orc meat.
Not orc meat. It's a really big chicken.
But yeah, do you actually want to talk, or is it this literally just the end? Because I don't know.
Let's end it here.
Okay then. Okay then. Well, anyway, folks, that is the end of end of podcast. Podcast over. Goodbye. We will see you next time.